them matter to survive and grow. Let's look at this topic a little closer as it's time for some reading. Read the Fighting for Scraps article in your Twig book. As you read, pay close attention to the terms predator, scavenger, decomposer, and consumer. Use the annotation tools to highlight these and other keywords and ideas in the text. When you're done reading, fill in the chart in the Obtain Information section by providing examples from the text and what they do.
Raise your hand if you've heard the word scavenger before, or scavenge, some of us. And do we have any ideas of what that might mean? Erin?
The scavengers, I think, they eat animals that are already dead, so they eat the animals that are dead, but they're just like
Yes, exactly. So if that is a scavenger, to scavenge would be to
hunt, or like dead animals, look for animals.
look for. I heard a word in there that good.
They would look at dead animals, and if there's nothing around it, they would go to leftovers that the other animals have eaten.
Yeah, exactly. So they will, a scavenger or someone who scavenge is someone who's looking, or they're out seeking something, or for a scavenger in the ecosystem, looking for dead matter, dead animals.
There's
Dead animals.
for like a scavenger, I would say there's like an animal, like a small mammal watching nearby, and a small mammal could wait until like the predator eats the prey, and then they could come and eat the leftovers.
Yes, the eating the leftovers. So when for a scavenger to be a scavenger in an ecosystem, they are feeding off of, or they're looking for dead animals. But yes, if they are watching or they're in the presence of an animal that's freshly killed, that scavenger will definitely go after that dead prey. Are they getting energy from that animal if it's not alive? If an animal is not alive, can they still provide energy?
Yes.
Think about like some food, say you're eating a hamburger at lunch. Is that alive?
No.
Is it providing you with energy?
Yes.
Yes. So does that mean that if something were once alive, it has the potential to give us energy?
Yes.
And if it's dead, non-living, like a raw, could it give us
Raw food.
What?
The rock can be raw outside.
I can't understand. Okay, so we are going to read now. Is it not this student view?
I think it'll only show it to you if you go into the student view. Then you'll have to scroll down to it, I believe. There you go. And remember, the students will have the book in front of them, so it won't be so bad.
Are we all, let's go back to page, sorry, 95. 96. And before reading through the text, we are going to look at the different features. First, let's try to locate, actually, do you have highlighters?
Yes.
Or something you can underline with? Okay, pull that up. If you have a colored pencil, you can use that. If you don't have any of that, you can underline with your pencil. or just sit there? So if I were to ask you to put your highlighter in the air right now, or something that you can use to annotate the text, you have something? Okay, cool, good. Now, I would like everybody to highlight or underline the title. Find the title of the text. And all together, what is the title?
Fighting
Do we agree?
Yeah.
Yes. Very nice. Now, let's find a bolded text. Do you know what that means? Bolded?
Yeah, like dark and thick.
Yes. Try to find 2 different examples. It doesn't have to be in the paragraph. It could also be like on top of the paragraph. And circle or underline. Scavengers. That is a bolded term. Yeah. Elizabeth? Consumers. Good. And are these in the text, or are they like at the top of the page? Where? In the text. Cameron? Coprophages. Coprophages. I actually also asked Mrs. Guzman to hear how she pronounced that word, just to make sure, because it has Greek roots, like sarcophagus, like a mummy. When I looked at it, those 2 words connect. Composers? Is that what you said? Yes, good. And now let's try to find a different type of bolded text or highlighted text that's not in the paragraph.
Waist.
Waste? So is that one you'd still find in the paragraph? Think about at the top of a new paragraph that has a new topic.
I got it.
And for the author to tell us that main thing before we read it, they give us K on land. You mean like right at the top of the paragraph, right? Yeah, so at the top of paragraphs, like where it says favorite food, cow dung, it's giving us, that's a heading.
I was gonna see that.
And it's giving us an idea of what the text might be about.
Is it confusion? I mean, yeah, with the first paragraph.
Like, is the bolded text a conclusion?
No.
No. Does the bolded text highlight the, like, give us context?
Clues?
There we go. Yeah, we can get context clues about what the story might be about. Yes.
Etymology?
Etymology. So the words, the different parts of the words. I guess if it were a text about academics. But yeah. Okay. So now I want you to turn after I explain to your elbow partner or neighbor and look through the article, not reading anything other than like the headings and such, and try to predict what you think it might be about. What do you think it's about? Yes. Just by looking at the different features of the text, like the title, the picture.
Well, you're on says scribbling, so that's what happens when you scribble on a page, right? Great.
I like how both, like, you guys get the academic food, this is all collaboration. Okay.
What are microbes? Yeah, what are microbes?
Micro things.
We have an idea of what this might be about? They call on random people. How about three, number 26. Is that you?
It's on jelly.
Oh, and who's your partner? Do you guys have, really, do you want help maybe from Charlie? What do you guys think the article's about?
Upper grade teachers, we will go to lunch a little bit after 12, like 12:05, so the supervisors could get to your room. Everybody will eat first, so everybody's going to grab their food and then go back to your classrooms. Thank you.
Oh, still have some more time. So what do you guys think about the story? What do we think it might be about? You have any idea? Just be a word that we're focusing on, like the video. Could it, or term we just went over. Let's see. See if we can get some help from number 15. Number 15. Lola? You have any idea of what you think the article might be about? Jason?
What I read is that animals are eating or other animals that have been done or they eat done specifically. And I read about how organisms how this comes back to consumers and like how it comes in the healthy.
Yeah, I like, it seems like you skimmed through it a bit and you looked at some of the key terms and used the picture. It seems like you used all different array of text features to kind of get that idea, right? Yeah. Good. And what if you were just to look at the picture? What might you think? Cameron?
If you just look at the picture, it's about, wait, what's that animal? Like a hyena. You would think that it's about, how hyenas, hunt for their food.
How they hunt for their food. And let's see, by looking at the picture a little more in depth, do we think this hyena eats alive or dead?
Dead.
Yeah. Ari, what's going on?
So we were talking about this earlier, and it was showing how like scavengers look for other food. So of course, like the scavenger is probably different and bigger than the hyena. So the hyena couldn't say like finish it like.
I like where you're going with that. The hyena is the scavenger in this case.
Oh.
And the hyena is.
Like a different animal came to kill it, and then the hyena probably was just like looking for food and came across whatever this is.
Yeah, so that hyena definitely, that is, from what I see, it looks like exactly that, right? The hyena stumbled upon a unfortunate situation and now it has a meal, right? And that is the life of this scavenger. And we got all of that information, all those ideas without even reading the text, all by looking at title and pictures and bolded words. See, even if you are stuck or stumped and you don't know what to do, where to start, you can probably just look at a question and the little bit of information you have and gather some sort of answer, right?
Yeah.
See, you guys, context clues. All right, shall we read on? Let's see if we were correct. when a predator gets its fill. Let me see. Does this make it bigger? No, it doesn't. Okay. Right. What happens when a predator gets its fill of a fresh kill? Within moments, a new group of diners moves in. Scavengers feed on the rotting flesh, while decomposers, including bacteria and fungi, break it down. These consumers, or organisms that eat other organisms to obtain energy, keep carcasses. You know what a carcass is? It's like a dead, what the hyena was next to, like that dead animal that was kind of ripped open, that's a carcass. Okay, so these consumers keep carcasses from piling up like a scene from a bad horror movie. They also help maintain a balanced, healthy ecosystem. When you think about the energy in any biological system, carrion rotting animal meat is a great resource. And whether they're in the deepest parts of the ocean or on the highest mountain, they offer unique ways to reintroduce nutrients to that system. Because of the important roles of these consumers, scientists are eager to learn more about them. Their research has turned up some surprises, including a new species of ocean-dwelling scavengers that feeds on sunken bones. And did you know that whale carcasses are entire ecosystems for a lot of different animals? Like different species of coral and fish and octopi. Yeah, so, yes. Now, let's okay, we are going to be working with our partners to try to identify the definition of the word, scavenger, decomposer, or consumer. You have three, just kidding. Predator, scavenger, and decomposer. So there are three, do we all see this on page 101? This chart says role in ecosystem, and then next to it it's asking for examples from the text and what this organism does. Do you see that? So you're going to work with your partners that you usually work with to identify just one of those organisms and their role. So, for example, for scavenger, if we were referring to the video, you can say, or the picture, say hyena, and what do? They feed on, like, okay, makes sense? Just one right now, okay? We'll just start with one. You can choose. So maybe the first two are tricky. Go for the one that you're comfortable with for the time. Make sense? So if one of you want to have your book open to page 101 and the other has it open to page 95 to look at the article, that might be helpful. And I know multiple of you saw those bolded words, which might even be the ones that are asked to describe.
So which word are we going to look at? Are we just going to give her the answer, or are we both going to work together to find it in the book and read what's around it and try to make sure we both have an understanding together? It'd be great if we both had an understanding, okay? Because then she needs to write in her book as well, right? Which we're working on here? We have three choices. Should we made our choice by now? Which one are we going with? Okay, so what is a scavenger and where can I find it? I bet there's more because this whole thing is about fighting for scraps. So it's all about scavengers under all these pages. You need what a scavenger does and why.
If the what they do is confusing,
Right
you think
here
about like the
and here.
definition. What is
So
a
let's go ahead and find
consumer?
that.
What is a producer?
Okay.
So just, what do they eat?
Okay, are you sure? Because all I saw was the people chit chatting instead of actually doing something until I came over here and checked on you. So I'd like to see you doing what you're supposed to do, okay? Thank you, it'd be really helpful if we were doing what we're supposed to do.
And what's an example of it?
Thank you. So neither of you has your book open to the page and you're writing it all down on it. But we're working on the word scavenger. We're gonna find multiple examples of where we find evidence of the scavenger, an example of the scavenger and what they do from the text, right? We're working together now. We're working together. That's what it is. We went over this. We'll go to the first page. Remember those words that are bolded? It probably gets you to that. Is this your partner?
We did scavengers. Which one did you guys? Scavengers.
We also did
No, it's not.
That's the house scavengers.
Right, it's for the video.
Okay, buddy. You already did, bro.
What is the picture show?
Which word did you choose to work on right now? Predator. Okay, so did you find the word predator in your book anywhere yet? Do you think it'll be a bolded word because it's important to the text? Somebody start by scanning and scanning so that I can use the context. Oh, I was looking around that one.
It's because you're like,
No. There's all these pages and you're just looking at 95, 96. You think it might be on a different page?
Which one are we doing?
Because that's what I would have to do. I would have to go through all the top of that page.
Well, decomposers included bacteria and fungi break it down. So decomposers break down all the bacteria and fungi are like plants and leaves.
Right? That's just our rain outside.
That's not why
it's sunny out here.
So we have this.
Yeah, we're gonna have to move on. Okay. So do you want to go ahead and turn that? Yes. Or wrap it up?